and welcome to the postgame show. Pete Ferry alongside Coach Bernero. Coach, blowout fashion to get you into the holiday spirit, I would say.
Yeah, that felt good, didn't it? It's kind of, you get this, we talk about it around the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. There's a human nature to, hey, we're going home, we get to see our friends, it's Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever it was, and you want to make sure you stay focused in the moment to play the game. The kids did a great job of that. It's always great when you can get everybody in the game. They all should feel good about getting a chance to run around there. And, we were, first half really good defensively. And, Benedictine hasn't been shooting the ball great this year, but you still got to guard them and make them do stuff that they don't want to do.
When you look at the first quarter alone, I mean, you came out to such a lead. What was the transition from quarter one to quarter two to say, okay, don't give them a chance to come back? Because we talked about that on Saturday, not giving the opponent the opportunity to come back, and you didn't give them any breathing room.
Yeah, I was a little frustrated with how we started the third quarter because, again, I called that little timeout, and you've got the first team that's out there, and they control how, I told them a little bit, they control how the rest of the second half is going to be played. If they take care of business those first few possessions or first 5 minutes or so, now we can empty the bench and everything can go. But, we needed to keep pressure on them. We needed to stay in our press longer than we did Saturday. That was my fault. I probably should have stayed in a little longer against Augustana so they couldn't get comfortable offensively. And sometimes in a game that turns the way this one did, sometimes you put people out there and let them try to make mistakes on the fly because there's other stuff coming ahead that you've got to get better at, and you need more people that can do those in case there's foul trouble or different things that come up. And we needed to kind of get some experience for some other people, and we were able to do that too.
You talked about the press. I mean, it was a very aggressive press today versus what I've seen. Is that something you worked on in the past, 72 hours or so?
Yeah, I mean, this is, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I've never been much of a pressing style coach, but with the personnel we have, we're a little undersized, and we needed to kind of we've got some pretty good athletes. We need to get the tempo going, and the way I see it is if you can press in the system we're trying to use, you delay the inevitable of them just running their offense and trying to beat you up and shove the ball inside and stuff like that. So, it's been effective. We're still learning. It's the first time I've used this style of press for an extended period of time. So now there's little tweaks as you go through it. And after seeing what we did Saturday, we just thought we wanted to be a little more aggressive here. We've got some good athleticism and length on the front of it. And, if we can keep the ball from going through the middle of the press, we can kind of, if you keep them to the sidelines, you get chances to trap them a little bit there too, even if it's over into the front court. So it's a work in progress. It was good tonight, and we're going to need it to kind of keep evolving as we go.
As silly as it sounds, one spot, I guess you could say, to work on free throws. I'm sure you were aware of that number. How is that something you work on, though?
We were talking about that during shoot-around today. The last 2 days of practice, we did some stuff where we worked them pretty hard and conditioning type stuff of full court stuff to get them moving, and then put them right on the free throw line because you want to simulate shooting them when you're tired. You and I can stand there and shoot them right now. Probably it's not a big problem because we're not breathing so hard, but you have to be able to make them late in the game in those kind of situations. So we were able to. It was interesting because we got going the first day. We kind of challenged them as little small groups and. If we didn't make them, we had a little penalty to run a little bit just to kind of reinforce it. It wasn't a punish, but it was like, hey, this is important. We got and we were talking at the shoot around today. I'm like, when I watch everybody shoot it, there's nothing mechanically where you go, oh my God, that's rough. That's not going to ever go in. So again, a lot of things in sports it's a little bit of a mental game. Okay, get comfortable. Take a deep breath before you go into whatever your routine is. Dribble it 3 times, 5 times, whatever. There's no there's no absolute way you have to do it. It's just you have to get comfortable. So and then you got to see it go, and it's go in the basket a little bit, and you got to repeat. So you got to go back up there and shoot a bunch of them. So I told them enjoy their time off over Christmas and go shoot some free throws if you can find a spot.
I like that. So speaking of which, you're going to have some away games coming up. We talked about it a bit Saturday. But what's the focus going to be for those before you head back home? And you got a gauntlet starting January the 4th.
Yeah, it's funny. We just talked about that in the locker room. It seems like a long time, but you're going to go take a few days off, come back on the 26th, and our plan is we'll practice the night of the 26th. The 27th, morning of the 27th, we'll get up and head for Nashville on the bus. And we've gone on this trip before. We'll stop in Indianapolis. We're going to practice at Butler, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
If you're a basketball person, you kind of enjoy that. So we're going to go practice there, and then after that, we're going to have dinner in Indianapolis, and then head the rest of the way down. Get there the night of the 27th. Practice in Nashville on the 28th. Play 29 and 30. Do some sightseeing, eat some barbecue, that kind of stuff. That's why you go to those places instead of Grand Forks or something, or whatever. No offense to the folks in Grand Forks, but there's either warm weather where our men's team is, or somewhere that's kind of interesting to see. And I know we'll have a bunch of the parents on the trip too, so it'll be fun to do that. But we've got 2 games down there, and it's nice when you go. These are kind of pre-packaged tournaments. You sign up, and then there's 8 or 10 teams, and they pair you up. So we've got a team from, I believe, Massachusetts, who's 8-2, who have 2 of the top 30 rebounders in the country. They're averaging 12 and 11 rebounds and double-figure scorers. So that I haven't looked at the film yet, but that's what I'll do tomorrow and stuff. And I'm sure they'll be trying to put the ball inside or go get it off the glass, like it looks like their numbers say. And then we've got a team from North Carolina the next day, which I don't haven't gotten off to a great start, but we'll see. We still got to. But it's nice to see different styles and see teams from different parts of the country and see how you stack up.
Exactly. Well, Coach, I want to wish you a happy holidays. Congrats on the big win. We'll see you back home here at Tarbell in January.
Thank you. I appreciate all you do.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a good holiday.
All right. That was, again, Coach Bernero for the post-game show here on the Firebird Broadcasting Network.